Hello everyone, welcome back to the Ritual Flow. For today's reading, we are looking at the energies surrounding Saturn going direct in the sign of Pisces. So Saturn has been retrograde in Pisces since June 17th of this year, and it will be going direct on November 4th. This period of retrograde has been a time for reflecting on the structures and responsibilities in your life, recognizing where you've spent your time, how you've spent your time, and the wisdom that you've gained from how you've been doing that. This is especially when it comes to any sort of confusion that's been in your life, any sort of avenues of escapism that are relevant for you. This is really taking a look at where we're sensitive, where our emotions are being triggered, are being affected. And as Saturn is moving direct in Pisces, this is giving us an opportunity to integrate what we've reflected on, to integrate emotional lessons that we've been learning, clearing karma that we're meant to clear in this life. There may have been some instances of your intuition feeling blocked prior to this movement, particularly in the retrograde period. And you're becoming more sensitive. Things are becoming more clear now as these lessons are being integrated when Saturn moves direct. And Saturn is going to remain direct in Pisces until June 29th of next year. So there's plenty of time to sort of take action, let things be incorporated into your life based on what you've learned over the last few months. Okay. So let's get into this energy and see what sort of changes are going to take shape when this energy shifts. Okay. Yeah, you've definitely been taking a look at the past and determining what your future holds, what you want your future to look like. You're looking out on the horizon, sort of like anticipating a change of some kind. Something that you're not expecting here is some sort of, this could be like a restrictive quality, but I'm also getting it could be like a magical quality of some kind, really. It's like, I'm also picking up on an energy of materialism in some way changing that perhaps you weren't expecting. Some sort of shadow element is coming up for healing. And it's like, that's an obstacle, that's a barrier. It's like a gate to pass through when it comes to moving into the future. And it's like, yeah, you're expecting to move forward in some way, but it's like you're not expecting for this to come up that you need to heal. And we'll get into a little more about what exactly that is when we clarify. You've really been holding yourself back, and that's the challenge that you face, is like dealing with self-imposed restrictions. It's like you've been keeping yourself in some sort of mental prison of your own making, and there's some sort of a partnership potentially here that is going to help with that. It's like going to help balance you out in some way, and it's like finding a sense of union internally, and it's like it's reflected in this partnership externally. Okay. And it seems something may be like keeping you, like your feelings, like these mental limitations, something about like moving through this healing process that you weren't expecting. It's going to amplify and intensify the amount of anxiety that you're feeling temporarily. I don't know if I just thought this or if I just said it, but like something about your feelings is like keeping you up at night when it otherwise wouldn't. It's like I'm getting this energy of like the mind racing with all of these like doubts and insecurities. It's like and those are coming up to be felt, to be processed, so they can be released. So it's like try not to get swept away in those thoughts, because that will keep you in this place of like mental stasis, like stagnation, like a holding pattern, it feels like. And your advice here is to act, to take action despite your fears, to listen to the source of like passion, like inspiration, something that makes you feel excited in your life, which could be this something about this connection sparks that feeling within you. It's like you're being asked to let those feelings override or like grow and become bigger than the fear and anxiety, concern that you feel. There's an element of confidence, determination coming up for you. It's like something about like moving past the fears, like out of this self-imposed restriction. It's like on the other side, you feel much better. You feel a sense of warmth in your life. Like things suddenly feel more vibrant. You feel more courageous and more happy. There's some sort of commitment you would like to make, perhaps to this person who is like catalyzing this transition for you. It's like there may be a sudden expression of feelings. It may feel like spontaneous. It's like there's a moment when you break free of this mental prison and you're able to take action, to like act on like the courage and confidence that you're feeling, to suddenly come forward and express something. And that has a very positive result. So it's like it's going to be confirmation that you're like everything you were concerned about, feeling insecure about, feeling doubt about, it's going to prove to be like unfounded, like just a mental construct that you've been battling. Things are going to feel very solid and stable, very like clear and secure after you like make this communication, because like this is this is aligned for you. This is on your soul's path, and it's going to instigate a sort of spiritual awakening for you, and that brings you a lot of clarity. And like ultimately, like as you continue along this path, you're going to connect with a level of emotional fulfillment that you've never experienced prior to this. It's like there's so much doubt and fear and anxiety because like you don't know that it's possible for you to feel the level of happiness and harmony that you're going to be feeling in the future. Okay, so let's clarify some of these. We'll take a look at the Three of Wands first. Oh my goodness. Okay. You're having you're expecting, you're like looking at the future, you're expecting to experience some sort of changes in your future. But it's like with all this confusion and holding yourself back and like dealing with the shadow, there may have been, it's like this is a person who's looking out into the future, who's not like moving forward yet and taking action on the future that they want. It's like something they're getting ready to do. So it's like you've been in this period of like stagnation, sort of like feeling things out, trying to gain understanding. And there's some moment of like clarity that comes to you. Perhaps something is communicated to you that gives you this sudden realization, like an element of enlightenment about what it is that you want for the future and what is possible for you. And whatever this is, like this is a major closing out of a cycle that you've been in for a very long time. It's like you're finally, after Saturn moves direct, you're finally going to be able to like turn that page and explore what is available to you in the future. It's like a final releasing of something that you've been holding onto for a very long time. Let's take a look at the Devil. Okay, I'm getting this energy of like regret, disappointment. It's like I'm picking up on like a regret for putting your focus on like the physical, on the material, like being more concerned about like money and like physical, like worldly desires rather than like your feelings, your emotions. It's like there's this, yeah, okay, that's what this shadow self is. It's like there's been this energy of sacrificing your own happiness and well-being for like creating some sort of impression, some sort of image of your life in the physical. And it's like, I don't know, it's like this energy of like you being a slave to creating that image, that vision of like a picture of what your life looks like, when on the inside the balance, the structure of your life does not actually fit that picture. And it's like it's coming up for you that there is a need to make adjustments, a need to change that, to focus, to prioritize your happiness. It's like you can't keep you can't keep holding up this facade of like a perfect life from the outside when you're feeling so much disappointment, so much like such a sense of loss, such a lack of fulfillment. And it looks like something about recognizing this need to prioritize your happiness is influencing a decision that you're making about your future. It's like something that has something to do with this epiphany, like recognizing that, you know, how your life looks isn't what's important, that like how you feel in your life while you're living it is more important. And so there's this element of like an offering of love being present here. It's, you know, and we have this Two of Cups here, but it's not clear if this is something you're making or something this is coming into you. Take it how it resonates. It could be like a mutual offering, like a mutual exchange of feelings as well, that's sort of like enlightening you to this need to care for yourself, to nurture yourself. And ultimately, you're going to see a lot of success, a lot of progress in your life, a lot of healing once you like come to this decision. But there is this element of this like self-imposed restriction. It's like this decision may be something you've been entertaining for a while now, but it's like you've had all kinds of like excuses about you know, why you can't do that, why that won't work. And you're learning an important lesson about commitment here. That it's like understanding that as long as you believe that something won't work, or that something is not possible or something, like it's holding you back, that like you have to commit to what you want, commit to what makes you happy, and that allows it to be possible. As long as you're believing it's not going to be for you. And yeah, there's definitely like being in this mental state has been keeping you from communicating in some way. And it seems that part of how you got into this state in the first place is like a heartbreak, a loss that you have endured of some kind. You've been in a state of grief, and it has been negatively affecting your mindset. It's like maybe someone hurt you in the past, and you've been sort of like pessimistic about the possibility of having a new connection, because there's like this negative self-talk of like convincing yourself that like you're not good enough because this other person wasn't connected to you in the way that you would have desired, feeling like entertaining this idea that, you know, if you build a new relationship that they'll just hurt you as well, when that's not necessarily the case. Like every person is different, and some people are aligned with us and other people are not. It's like some people are there to teach us lessons, to be catalysts for karmic clearing, and others are there to be catalysts for our like healing and growth after that occurs. And our, you know, those karmic partners are intended to be temporary energies moving through our lives, you know, whether that be a chance encounter for a moment, or, something that lasts a few months or something that lasts a few years. But, when we connect with someone who reflects the frequency of love back to us, those are people who are meant to be in our lives for much longer, when that's a true reflection. It's important to mention that sometimes people mistake other feelings, other situations, events as a reflection of love, when it's actually like some sort of wounding that's being like triggered, matched, reflected, that we associate with the idea of love, but it's not that pure frequency of like unconditional love, because real love doesn't have conditions. It's like you can still have love for someone even when they treat you poorly, and that's unconditional love. Now, that's not to say that you need to keep putting up with that behavior. It's important to show yourself unconditional love as well, and extract yourself from any situation that is not like reflecting that back to you. If you're not receiving that somewhere else, you have to give it to yourself until you are in a space, in a place aligned with the right person who is capable of unconditionally loving you. Okay, let's look at the Two of Cups. Okay, let's see. Okay. So there's some sort of connection here that's either coming into your life, or this is someone that that you've like interacted with. But there's some sort of person that's available to you that is capable of reflecting unconditional love back to you. It's like this person sparks something deep within you that feels like almost unexplainable. But it's a very strong, like potent, powerful energy that you can't ignore. And it's going to feel like an immense blessing to you to move forward in this connection and feel that love and have it be successful. There is this element of like feeling like you want to control this situation, and that's going to cause you a greater sense of like anxiety, regardless of whether you like however you identify gender wise. I'm getting that you are someone who is like actively like in their masculine energy, and it's been like an unhealthy, like a destructive version of that masculine energy when you're like trying to use like logic, like interacting with these negative beliefs, limiting beliefs that are like restricting your participation in something like balanced and mutual with someone. And so I'm getting this energy that like, again, you are like the divine masculine in this interaction, regardless of gender. Feminine presenting people can be masculine predominant. Like that's just like, don't worry about gender. Like we all have masculine and feminine energies balancing within us that like fluctuate at any given moment. But like, it's something about coming into this connection. You're able to connect with like a more healed, a more holistic, like balanced version of your masculine energy. Like being able to confidently be a leader, a source of structure, a source of guidance in this partnership, as opposed to feeling this like weakness and not being enough, and like creating restriction, like unhealthy boundaries instead of like healthy boundaries. Okay, let's look at the Nine of Swords. Okay. So it's like whatever sort of like realization is happening for you, it's bringing a lot of clarity. You are really becoming aware of what your truth is, and the reality that you have the authority to like participate in your truth, to like make your truth your reality, that you don't have to live in some sort of false reality that doesn't match the truth that you feel and know. That's a major transformation that's happening for you. It's like this was the purpose of this retrograde period of Saturn in your life, and you're going to be making this transition into like, it's like a new me type of energy that you're going to be able to move into when this shifts to direct. And it's like you're going to feel like this moment of being able to take a risk, to step into the unknown, to pursue something that feels aligned, that feels like deep down inside, that little spark that like feels like your truth, like despite the fear and anxiety, the concern, the doubts, of the what ifs. What if this person hurts me like this other person did? What if, whatever you might be thinking, like whatever thoughts are cycling around in your head when you're like up late at night and can't sleep because this like situation is weighing on you. Yeah, it's like this energy of like, yeah, I'm scared, but like I know this is the direction that I'm supposed to go in. So like I have to do it scared, and doing that is really going to create a huge change in your life that's ultimately in your best interest, for the better, for your healing, and in alignment with the future that you're desiring to create. Let's look at the Knight of Wands. Two of Cups. Okay. Whoa. Oh, okay. Yeah. Let me get one more, please. Oh, wow. Wow. That's beautiful. So this action that you're feeling called to take, like taking this leap of faith and jumping into the unknown despite any like fears that have been previously holding you back, like this is you, like you're being called, like listen to your intuition. Don't listen to your mind that's like coming up with all these excuses about why you can't have the future that you want for yourself, like what would make you truly happy. Like you're being very specifically asked to listen to your intuition, the deep feelings that you're feeling about this person, this connection, and to move toward it, to like act on it without any sort of hesitation, without or like letting go of the hesitation that you've had to act on this, like from a place of courage, like enthusiasm, like normally the Fool is like this guy about to walk off a cliff. This is like an energy of like, throw yourself off of that cliff and trust that the truth that you know, the truth that you feel, that the universe is going to catch you and lift you up and take you to exactly where you want to be. Everything that you wish for, everything that you're hoping for, everything that you dream of is an option for you. It's available to you. And as this karma is cycling out of your life and you're entering a new phase, which will happen after you communicate this decision that you've made to move forward in your life. There's a huge element of wish fulfillment when you have the strength to stand up for yourself, for what your truth is, for what you know, for what you feel, despite any fears or hesitations that you may be imposing on yourself. Your wildest dreams are going to come true. And it's like I'm getting that it's like this movement of Saturn direct is just like the beginning, just the like starting point for that. Like from November 4th until June 29th, like you're going to see major like physical evidence of this change taking hold in your life, of like your wishes coming true. And it's like from where you're at right now, it's like in this sort of like restrictive, like fear-based state, it's like you can't see from where you stand how good things are going to be several months from now. Like you will genuinely be shocked and surprised. But then there's also this element, like you're going to be, I don't know, it's kind of like this sort of mindset is going to come back in, like almost this energy of like beating yourself up, like I should have done this sooner, like why didn't I do this sooner? But like don't let that weigh you down. It's like things happen when they're supposed to happen. It's like you had to learn these lessons, you had to move through this energy before you could get to like this like living your dream life, basically. It's like, yeah, you could idealize about, oh, I could have been living this before if I had like, you know, made these decisions sooner, or like seen this sooner, or done something, acted sooner. But that's not how things work. You're always right where you need to be when you need to be there. And this fulfillment of like the life of your dreams is coming in at the exact moment that you need it. Okay, so if this reading resonated with you, give it a like, comment down below, share it with someone, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you for letting me read for you today. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, details are listed in the description box below, and I will see you next time. Bye.